The year was 1957. A nation, still reeling from the aftermath of World War II, was on the cusp of a new era. The baby boom was in full swing, suburban life was booming, and the future seemed bright. Yet, amidst this veneer of optimism, a dark secret was brewing, a secret that would haunt investigators and captivate the world for over 6 decades. The mystery of the boy in the box, also known as America's unknown child. This unassuming moniker belied the profound tragedy and enduring enigma that would define this case for generations. Imagine a Philadelphia street, a quiet lane in the Fox Chase section. It was February 26, 1957. The air, even in late winter, held a damp chill that hinted at the lingering cold. The sky above Fox Chase, a neighborhood then characterized by a blend of modest homes, sprawling green spaces, and pockets of undeveloped woodland, was a muted, overcast gray. This was a time when Philadelphia's suburban expansion was rapidly transforming its periphery, and Fox Chase was part of that burgeoning landscape, still retaining an almost rural tranquility in certain areas. A young man, a local resident named Joseph G. Wombold Jr., a man known for his outdoorsmanship and his familiarity with the woods surrounding his home, was on his way to check on his hunting traps, a routine activity in the wooded outskirts of the city. His path led him through a sparsely populated area, a patch of dense woodland bordering farmland, a place where urban sprawl met a more untamed natural landscape. These woods, thick with the skeletal branches of winter trees, often held a hushed stillness, broken only by the rustle of leaves or the call of a distant bird. It was here, tucked away near the intersection of Susquehanna Road and Very Road, a junction then surrounded by dense thickets and untamed undergrowth, that Wombold stumbled upon a discarded cardboard box. The box itself, nondescript and weathered, seemed almost an afterthought against the natural backdrop. What he found inside would shatter the perceived tranquility of that February morning and etch itself into the annals of unsolved mysteries. Peeking inside, he was confronted with the unimaginable, the naked body of a young boy, no older than 6 years old, wrapped in a distinctive blue and red plaid blanket. The child was small, his delicate frame stark against the rough cardboard. He possessed a cherubic face, framed by a shock of light blonde hair, and his eyes were closed in a peaceful, almost serene expression, a stark contrast to the grim reality of his presence in this desolate spot. The boy was deceased, a victim of an unknown crime, a mystery that would endure for generations. The case was reopened multiple times throughout the decades, and each time investigators hoped to find a new lead, a new piece of evidence that could crack the case. Forensic techniques evolved over the years, with each advancement offering a glimmer of hope. The methods of the 1950s, while diligent, were rudimentary compared to what was to come. As science progressed, so too did the investigative toolkit. Fingerprinting, rudimentary serology, and detailed crime scene analysis were employed, but for many years, these advances yielded nothing useful. The detectives remained trapped in a labyrinth of dead ends, their efforts frustrated by the passage of time and the scarcity of tangible evidence. The weight of the unsolved mystery pressed on successive generations of investigators, many of whom felt a profound moral obligation to give the boy a name and a story. The hope, often flickering, of identifying the boy, of understanding his brief life and tragic end, fueled their persistence. Each new generation of detectives brought fresh eyes and renewed determination to the case, poring over the old files, seeking an overlooked detail, a forgotten witness. The turning point, the moment that breathed new life into this cold case, came with the advent of modern DNA technology and forensic genealogy. In the early 2000s, recognizing the potential of these groundbreaking scientific tools, the boy's body was exhumed. This was a somber but necessary step, undertaken with the utmost respect for the child. DNA was meticulously extracted from his remains, a delicate process performed by forensic experts. This precious genetic material was then entered into national and international DNA databases, a technological long shot, but one that offered a sliver of hope. Initially, there were no matches. The case, it seemed, was destined to remain unsolved, another ghost in the archives of law enforcement. The sheer difficulty of identifying an individual with no recorded history, no known family, loomed large. But with the rise of forensic genealogy, a new, revolutionary path opened up. This field, forensic genealogists, using sophisticated techniques and vast online databases of genealogical records, can analyze DNA and build complex family trees, tracing potential relatives even if a direct match is not found in law enforcement databases. It's a meticulous process of piecing together fragments of familial connections, like reconstructing a shattered mosaic. In 2019, an organization called the Davidic Society, a distinguished group of retired law enforcement professionals and experts renowned for their dedication to solving cold cases, took an intense interest in the case. Their collective experience and unwavering determination proved to be the catalyst. They began working closely with the Philadelphia Police Department, a crucial collaboration that combined institutional knowledge with cutting-edge investigative techniques, determined to bring closure to the enduring mystery. The members of the Davidic Society, having faced countless unsolved cases throughout their careers, brought a unique blend of intuition and scientific rigor to this particular puzzle. The breakthrough came in 2022, culminating a painstaking effort by forensic genealogists. After years of meticulous research, cross-referencing genealogical data, and analyzing DNA evidence, they were able to tentatively identify the boy. The name that emerged was Michael Joseph. This identification was a momentous occasion, a seismic shift in the long and arduous journey of this case. For decades, investigators, the media, and the public had speculated about the boy's identity, projecting their own theories and hopes onto his silent image. The identification provided a name, a concrete piece of humanity, and it connected the boy to a family and a past, however tragic. It offered a measure of closure to the profound mystery that had shrouded him for so long. The emotional impact was palpable, a release of decades of pent-up grief and unanswered questions. The investigators and forensic scientists who had worked tirelessly on the case for so many years also felt a profound sense of relief and accomplishment. For them, the case had been more than just a job. It had become a personal mission, a moral imperative. They were driven by the desire to bring justice to the boy and to provide answers to those who had sought them for so long, to honor his lost life by finally giving him an identity. The arduous journey through decades of fragmented clues and dead ends had finally culminated in a tangible result. The quiet woods of Fox Chase, once a silent witness to a terrible act, would now forever be associated with the story of Michael Joseph. The identification of Michael Joseph has had a profound impact on many people. It has brought a sense of closure to those who had been invested in the case for decades, including the original investigators, community members, and those who had followed the story with a deep sense of empathy. For many, the identification offered a chance to mourn the loss of a child who had been lost for so long, to acknowledge his existence and his suffering. His face, once anonymous, now carried a name, a tangible anchor in the vast sea of the unknown. The weight of his anonymity had been lifted, allowing for a more genuine and heartfelt remembrance. It has also triggered a renewed focus on the critical issues of child abuse and neglect. The case of Michael Joseph serves as a painful reminder of the inherent vulnerabilities of children and the paramount importance of protecting them. The case stands as a stark warning sign of the dangers that may exist within the lives of children, hidden behind closed doors and unspoken suffering. Authorities are now working to ensure that lessons learned from Michael's tragic story lead to tangible improvements in child welfare policies and initiatives designed to prevent such tragedies from happening in the future. The story of Michael Joseph is a call to action, urging society to remain vigilant and to provide support for families in crisis. The community, once grappling with the sorrow of an unknown child, can now channel that sorrow into proactive measures to safeguard other children. The identification of Michael Joseph, America's unknown child, is a powerful testament to the enduring power of perseverance, the unwavering dedication of investigators, and the incredible, transformative advancements in forensic science. It is a profound reminder that no matter how long it takes, no matter how cold the trail, justice can, and sometimes does, find its way. It is a tragic story, a heartbreaking chapter in the nation's history, but it is also a story of hope, a story that offers us the hope that we can find closure and justice for the forgotten victims, those whose voices have been silenced by time or circumstance. It underscores the immeasurable value of human life and the enduring legacy of a child whose story, for so long, was tragically unknown.